Hi. We live in a world where Google, this single search bar, is practically the gateway to all human knowledge. It's woven into everything we do. Can you imagine a day without instantly just Googling it for any problem? But it wasn't always like this. What if I told you Google wasn't just helping you find answers, but was training your brain to need them constantly? This isn't just a search engine, it's a feedback loop. A bit like a casino for your curiosity, a habit you didn't know you had. What if I told you Google didn't just help you find things, it trained you to need to? Like Google didn't just answer your questions, it became the only way you even think to ask them. And that's not a mistake. It's kind of the whole point. So let's talk how Google made you addicted to searching. Back in the early internet days, before most of you were born, the internet was less informational and more of a digital flea market run by amateurs with questionable HTML skills. Finding anything online was a complete nightmare. You had options like Yahoo, Alta Vista, and the criminally underrated Ask Jeeves. You'd type something like, "Dear Jeeves, where do babies come from?" and Jeeves would direct you to a furniture store. The struggle was real. Finding information felt like trying to get your friends to commit to weekend plans in a group chat. Scattered, confusing, and mostly ignored. Then in 1998, everything changed. Two nerds from Stanford, Larry and Sergey, took one look at the chaos and thought, what if we stopped ranking websites by how many random keywords were stuffed into the pages, and instead ranked them by how many sites actually linked to them? It was like a digital peer review. And just like that, PageRank was born. Suddenly, your search results started making sense. You type something in and actually get relevant answers. And we started to wonder, why bother going to a library when Google could just give us 817 million results in a quarter of a second? We kept searching, clicking, searching some more, and without even realizing it, we were hooked. But here's where it gets fun. Google isn't just convenient, it's a masterclass in behavioral psychology. Somewhere along the way, our quest for knowledge turned into a low-stakes gambling addiction. Every time you search, you don't know exactly what you're going to get. Maybe it's the answer you need, maybe it's a random Wikipedia rabbit hole about coincidences in history you never asked for. The uncertainty is Google's secret sauce. Psychologists call this variable reward, the same principle that makes slot machines and social media so addictive. Your brain gets tiny hits of dopamine with each search, even when the result is just mildly interesting. And then came autocomplete. Now Google finishes your thoughts for you and adds new ones. You type "why do" and suddenly it suggests rabbits eat their own babies. And just like that, you're learning about cannibalistic bunnies for the next hour. Google has a way of steering our curiosity down paths we didn't even know we wanted. It's not evil, it's just really good at what it does. If your brain was a dog, Google is a hand that keeps tossing you treat after treat and we keep fetching. But that's not all. Google didn't just stop at giving us relevant results. In the 2010s, it started experimenting with machine learning, rolling out updates like Hummingbird, RankBrain, and BERT. Suddenly, Google wasn't just reading our keywords, it was understanding the intent behind them. You could type something like, "feeling sick with chills," and instead of throwing random medical sites at you, Google figured, this guy probably thinks he's dying. Here's some information on the common cold. And the smarter it got, the less we had to think about our search. We can just throw words into the search bar and Google will usually just figure it out. It's convenient, sure, but it started to ruin our problem-solving skills and our ability to express our thoughts clearly. Why bother being precise when Google, and now AI, can figure it out for us? And now let's discuss the elephant in the room. Google is free, right? Wrong. You're not the customer, you're the endless clicking product. Google makes just over 95% of its revenue from ads. Every time you search for something, there's a bidding war happening behind the scenes, with companies battling to be the first thing you see and hopefully click. And this is where it comes full circle. The better Google gets at keeping you searching, the more ads it can show you. The more ads it can show you, the more money they can make. It's a feedback loop. Search, click, revenue, all fueled by our curiosity. We're lab rats in a giant, well-designed maze, and the cheese is often another well-served ad. So what is the result of this 2-decade-long experiment? Well, for starters, our attention span now rivals that of a goldfish with ADHD. We expect instant answers, effortless knowledge, no reflection, just type and receive. The ability to sit with a question and ponder it without immediately outsourcing it to Google almost feels foreign. We're becoming a society of headline skimmers and quick fact regurgitators, confident because we Googled it once without fully understanding the source. Remember those friendly debates with your buddies? Now it's just a quick Google search and the debate's over. The process of remembering and reasoning is a thing in the past. We are now walking encyclopedias with Wi-Fi anxiety. If the internet goes down for an hour, half of the population lose its mind and be at a standstill until the internet was back up and running. So are we doomed to a life of Googling our every passing thought? Probably yeah, but it's not evil, it's just good at what it does. And what it does is feed our curiosity with an endless stream of information conveniently placed alongside targeted ads. It's a beautifully terrifying thing and undoubtedly an addictive system. But maybe being aware of this addiction is the first step to, well, just taking a breath before instinctively reaching for our phone the next time we have a random thought that pops into our head. Maybe asking a real person instead, or even asking your dog, assuming they also won't just Google it. So the next time you find yourself 3 hours deep into a Wikipedia search about conspiracy theories, just remember, Google probably had something to do with it. Did this video make you question your relationship with the search bar? Let me know down below in the comments section. I'll probably Google your response later. If you enjoyed this deep dive into our digital dependency, hit that like button. And if you want more explorations of our weird digital lives, subscribe for more brain-bending content. Thanks for watching, and now if you excuse me, I need to Google if goldfish actually have memories.